At Falls, they're blocking the work site over an alleged assault. Guilty. A judge says this prison guard went too far with an inmate at the lockup.
I don't just want to be seen as a trans person, I want to be seen as a person.
A force to be reckoned with? Jennifer McCreath is getting national attention as a transgender candidate with Force et Democratie.
I'm going to be introducing them to a trans person, and some of these people may have never met a trans person.
Well, Saturday is shaping up to be a pretty decent day across the island. Sun, warm but dry conditions, but it's still fairly unsettled throughout Labrador. We'll get into all your weekend weather details coming up.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Here and Now. I'm Jonathan Crow. In Labrador tonight, protests continue at the Muskrat Falls work site. Demonstrators have been blocking the main gate since yesterday.
For McCreath working hard on her social media campaign, why she wants to become the first openly transgendered member of Canada's Parliament. Her story coming up on Here and Now.
They're like sisters. Many are sex workers.
Hoping to make history in this federal election. She wants to become the first openly transgender woman to be elected as a member of Parliament. That fact is helping her win media attention, but as Here and Now's Kenny Sharp tells us tonight, McCreath still faces lots of obstacles.
We're outside the home here of Jennifer McCreath. She actually lives in St. John's East, but she's running as a federal candidate in the riding of Avalon. McCreath is running for a new party called Force et Democratie, and today she's invited us in to talk about her campaign. McCreath's living room is also her campaign headquarters. This week, she's crammed many phone interviews. I've been lambasted with media requests all over the country. I don't just want to be seen as a trans person, I want to be seen as a person. Her dad was once an MP and federal minister. She lost a bid for St. John City Council, severed ties with the NDP. McCreath is no stranger to politics, just trying to find where she fits in. As soon as I saw Strength and Democracy, Force et Democratie, something hit me and said, this is exactly what I stand for, what I believe in. With the Conservatives and NDP still without an Avalon candidate, the Liberals, they have Ken MacDonald, the Green Party, Krista Byrne-Pumala, and then there's independent Scott Andrews. McCreath says it's a bag of political situations she hopes works in her favor. The whole Scott Andrews situation was handled poorly, in my opinion, by Justin Trudeau and the NDP folks. At the same time, Mr. Andrews did make some controversial comments about being jovial. McCreath's attitude is in it to win it. Currently with no job, she sells wrestling swag for money and is relying on friend favors and rent-a-cars to get around the riding. I think it's going to be an interesting scenario when I start knocking on some of the doors in some of the more remote communities. But at the same time, I'm going to be introducing them to a trans person. And some of these people may have never met a trans person. Jennifer McCreath says she knows she has some things to overcome if she wants to convince voters here on the Avalon to vote for the party Force et Democratie, but she also has to convince voters to vote for her, Jennifer McCreath, a name that'll be on the ballot come October, and if successful, if she goes all the way, could become Canada's first ever transgendered member of Parliament. Kenny Sharp, CBC News, on the Avalon.